All right, guys. So for those of you who don't know, Disney is currently beefing with IMAX, or I should say IMAX is beefing with Disney. I do not know why. I do not understand it, but IMAX, for whatever reason, signed an exclusivity deal with Warner Brothers for the holiday season this year. It was very silly for IMAX to do this, but in response, Disney has said, you know what? We're going to give a handful of theaters, more than likely theaters who don't have IMAX, the branding of Affinity Vision. Basically, these theaters that have Affinity Vision branding are getting the okay, or it is saying to the audience out loud that this theater is approved to show Disney films, right? Because that's all it is. It's just specifically branding. Affinity Vision is not a new tech. It is not a new landscape. It's not a new vision format. It's nothing. It's strictly branding. That's it. That's all it is. And so this is what Disney is doing to get back at IMAX. Now, I on the regular, for myself, I will pay to go see an IMAX film, but I don't consider myself a person of the general public when it comes to films, right? I'm laughing because I don't know what the thinking of this was. This is not a good deal. This is not a good deal whatsoever. What we have to keep in mind that I don't think IMAX considered the the ramifications of what's going to happen to the brand later on. But I guess, you know what? Instead of making this a macro thing, I'll keep it micro. So right now, Dune is going to try to compete with Avengers. This is silly. You're going to lose money, IMAX, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, the start of Dune, his train is coming to the end. Because of the events of Marty Supreme, everybody is just meh about Timothée Chalamet. It's just his train is slowly coming to its end. He said a lot of wild stuff about the arts at large, and this is going to come back and bite his film in the butt. It's just the way it is. Also, people are coming off of the Jason Momoa train. It's stopped. It's not really there like it was at the beginning. And I know him coming back is kind of like the big thing for Dune. And it's not gonna play out like you think. There's just too much of a train stoppage on some of the stars that are in this film. To be fair, Dune 2 outperformed the Avengers titles in the box office by a slight margin. But to also be fair, they've never competed head to head. This is going to be the first time that this has happened. I'm not sure if Disney has come out and said, like, we're not doing IMAX at all this year. If it were specifically just doing Affinity Vision. If that's the case, IMAX is, for no reason at all, for no reason at all, screwed themselves out of some of the biggest films of this year. So that means there is no IMAX release of Brand New Day happening in July, right? There is no IMAX re-release of Avengers Infinity War. With the new footage, you're not getting that. And then, since the audience is primed now, we are primed for just a Marvel year, right? Because let's face it, Brand New Day is going to be amazing because Spider-Man is a high seller for Marvel Disney. And the re-release of Avengers is going to break box office records again. It is a high seller for Marvel Disney. And then why y'all would ever there is nothing. I get whoever's in charge of IMAX just needs to be fired, because there's nothing on paper that says Dune is a competitor for the Avengers titles. There is nothing that says this is a wise bet. Don't get me wrong, you're going to get money. Dune is not gonna flop. I'm not saying it's gonna flop, but it's not gonna do anywhere near the numbers that it could have done if it was not going head to head with Avengers. Like, again, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know who's in charge of IMAX. I don't know who the CEO is. I don't know who the creative person is. Whomever made this crazy ass decision, who said Warner Brothers came up and was like, hey, we need exclusivity for this holiday season. And the guy who said, yeah, let's do that, fires. Absolutely fired. Why there was not a better deal? Like, hey, I'll give you the first Monday of the month, but not the whole thing. Like, like what? This is wild. This is wild. And if you don't think Affinity Vision is a great marketing structure or plan, I need you to keep in mind that people pay astronomical amounts of money to have the base magic key to enter Disneyland. And that gets you maybe 10 Disney visits a year because of all the blackout dates. If people are willing to do that, you don't think a handful of theaters wants to run the tagline like, we are Disney approved? Warner Brothers, unfortunately, is slowly becoming a whole elephant company, and Disney is the underdog. Ironically enough, right now, ABC, right, the parent company. I know we like to keep, again, our politics separate from the art, but it's not. People that now in this new era of time, we are using what is happening politically to inform our decisions, right? The idea that people are going to show up like they normally would have shown up for Dune is a horrible gamble. It's going to push more people into whatever Disney's putting out. Again, so from today to 2027, again, there are not a lot of IMAX releases for Warner Brothers that I think people are going to be crazy about seeing. Here are a couple: Godzilla, Kong 2, Supergirl, Man of Tomorrow, The Batman 2, Clayface. Of all of this, I'm probably going to go see The Batman and Godzilla. The other ones, like, as you know, on this platform, like, it's a mixed bag for Disney. I mean, not for DC right now. Like, we don't know what's going on, and like, to ask somebody to pay IMAX money for Warner Bros., it's just not gonna. They've got to prove a lot more before. And this is coming from somebody who's already paid IMAX money to see the previous DC releases. But moving forward, because of just how sketchy it's looking over there, I don't know. This is the fire that Disney Marvel's dropping. Okay, we've got Star Wars, Starfighter, right? The Bluey movie. I would have gone to see Bluey in IMAX for sure. I would have taken my family to go see that. Mandalorian movie is coming out. The 2 Avengers movies are coming out, and Spider-Man. These are all would have been IMAX bangers. Like, I don't know why. Again, I just don't understand why IMAX would choose to ruin or make a relationship with Disney more complicated for themselves, and to talk them out of possible revenue. If Disney, it doesn't make sense, guys. I don't know what's going on over there, but it's just poor decision making. So, strictly box office numbers, I don't think Dune's going to flop. I don't think it's going to do Avengers numbers. I don't think they're going to beat them at the box office. I think, and then with the weird part would be, Disney's petty enough to keep that movie in the theaters longer than it should be, and just outperform. It's just bad call. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, guys. Please, this is crazy. It's crazy. Like, as you guys stay excellent.